to the old Let's Talk About It podcast. Before we do anything else, take a second to hit that subscribe button. You're watching on YouTube, which I'm hoping you are. Hit that subscribe button. It don't take but a second. To help me stay bringing you good content, good positive, good laughs, and all of that good stuff, hit that subscribe button. Help keep this shit moving forward. All right, now, today we got another good one. A young man that is very talented. You know, not recently became acquainted with him, but upon initially become acquainted with him, I had no idea he was as gifted and talented as he is. For those that are on TikTok, he's up there burning it down. You know, and it's a skill that I admire because even though I do my share of funny stuff with Pastor Percy, he has a particular area that I'm just not that skilled at. So I'm able to look at that and not hate on that because it's like I ain't that good at that, but I appreciate that he is. You know, so and there's a few other things that he does that's great, and we're gonna get into all of that. None other than the young, intelligent, funny, talented Andrew Addison on Facebook, Andrizee.
Hey,
is that on TikTok too?
Yes, that was an intro though.
Oh man, I try to do a little proper, man. You know, I appreciate you coming through. Okay, we're gonna start at the beginning and work our way up to, you know, through everything. Start at the beginning. Where you from, man? You know, a little bit about your background as much as you want to divulge.
So a lot of people, most people know I'm not from here.
Keep on.
So I'm from New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey.
Trenton, New Jersey.
You know, we moved down here. We moved down here when we were younger. You know, staying with my aunt and uncle. You know my aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So that's where I'm from originally, and then call Emporia home. I don't even have that accent no more unless I get mad.
Right, okay.
Like that don't come out of nowhere. Like man, when I get mad, I don't even sound. I sound serious. I don't know what though.
So how old were you? Because I know y'all were younger. How old were you when you moved down here? Because you've been down here for a minute.
It's so crazy. I swear it was like, what grade was I in? 6th, 7th? Man. 6th, 7th grade.
Wow, so you've been down here actually longer than you were.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Okay. All right, moving on up. So went to school in Emporia, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Any college, anything?
Man, listen.
Talk about it. Hey, talk about it.
I went to St. Paul. The funny thing about school was I never liked school. You know, like I couldn't stand it. I knew my work. I was smart, but me and school just didn't click. I got in trouble a lot because what I found funny.
They didn't find right.
They didn't find funny, so it was you know, and I just stayed in trouble. So when I left high school, I said I was done with school.
Okay.
And Shaki filled out my college application for St. Paul's.
Okay.
And I was asleep one day, and she came in the room with the folder and was like, "You going to college?" And I was like, "No, I'm not," because I didn't feel nothing now. And she was like,
"So you got accepted and everything? You
accepted and everything?" And
she
was like, "You going to college?" I was like, "Shaki, I don't want to go." She was like, "Just try it. Like, just try it, and go from there."
That's dope.
And for 2 years, I did more than try it, man. I got banned for life.
Come on, man. You're wild.
Bruh, my college years, you name it, I've done it, man. I enjoyed college by far. I can tell you that. I enjoyed it.
I didn't stay as long as you, but the little time I was in college, yeah, it was different.
When I say we turned up,
I almost got arrested, almost got kicked out and some more stuff.
Oh man, Shaki was up there plenty of times for me. Yeah. You know, her and
I was parents never find out about some of the stuff I did.
I never found out. Her and my little sister Eva knows my whole college experience because I had to call them on plenty of times just to you know, get me out of jams. And Shaki was always
right there.
Boop. Okay. Never asked a question. I mean, of course she fussed, but
she wanted to make sure you were straight.
She would make sure I was all right first. You know, she picked me up when I got put out.
So you actually got put out.
Oh yeah. And my school not open no more. St. Paul's College,
right. Which is sad.
SPC.
Yeah.
But if it was open, I got banned for life. So
wow.
The security actually was security at Melrose one night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to the club. And when me and my friends got to the door, they pulled me out of line and was like, not him. I was like, we not even at school. And they was like, nah, you can't come here. We know you.
They don't want you to participate in any fun in the whole county.
Nothing.
Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to fast forward a little bit. Okay. Well, because I actually forgot till I was just speaking with someone. You're technologically savvy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you still work on phones and things of that nature. Okay, how did you get into that since you didn't fully do the school thing? How did you do that?
So when we was in New Jersey, the upbringing, we had one of the roughest upbringings, you know.
Okay.
And so when we was at our grandma's house, I used to tear stuff up. I used to just challenge myself. I used to take stuff apart and see if I can put it back together.
Okay.
And it was the same with phones. When I got down here, when I got older, I think I was out on my own and stuff like that. But I think I took a phone apart. Something was wrong with it, and I took it apart. And I tried to see if I can put it back together.
Okay.
And I did. And then the first couple ones was just practice. And then now I know what I can do. Like I don't even have to look at no videos, no nothing. I can boop, boop, boop.
So you literally taught yourself how to do all of that.
Mm-hmm. I did, and people, like when I charge people, I don't waive on my prices. Right. You know, it is what it is.
The price is the price.
The price is the price.
Yeah.
People always holler, well, I can look on YouTube, and my disclaimer is I'll fix your phone, but I don't fix mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tinker with your phone and mess it up, I don't fix mistakes because once you give me your phone, you can say I did that.
Okay, so they can't have tried to do something with it. No. It could just be it has to be just normally
naturally
damaged.
Broken or something like that, and I'll fix it. But if you try to fix it and then say
I messed up it,
because I'm not taking on. No,
you're not gonna be liable for that.
Yeah, no, can't do that. Can't do that. But you know how people are. Why it cost that? Why? And then I tell people all the time, I'm really in the business for people that don't have insurance. And I never, when people come to me, and anybody can tell you this, when people come to me and say, hey, you fix phones, yes, and they give me the phone name, first question I ask, do you have insurance? And if they say yes, I tell them I'm in the business for, I can fix your phone, but insurance will be better, I promise you, because I know it will be cheaper.
Because some people wouldn't, they wouldn't even ask that question.
No. So insurance is going to be cheaper, and I'm not in the business to beat you. Of course, I want your money, but insurance would be cheaper, and that's a better route to go. I promise you.
And that's good because, okay, say if you had went ahead and fixed it, and they found out later, oh, insurance could have just got me, and he could have told me that. Yeah. Then they're not going to deal with you again. No. You know what I'm saying?
Or they're not going to spread the word.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty noble. And two, you're not only, like you said, in regards to whether the price is higher, it's a convenience of time that you're getting.
Yeah.
Your phone is broken. You may not have time to go to the Apple store or look on YouTube and try to figure it out. You're paying for the convenience of having somebody that has the time to do it right and get it back to you in a timely manner.
Yeah.
So pay the price.
Yeah.
You know. All right, let's fast forward because I want to get into the creativity part.
Oh man.
You know, man, you're a funny guy. I didn't, like I said, we first became acquainted. I'm a few years older than you. In church, so y'all were younger, we were a little bit older. So we never really had to interact in that manner. We went to the same church, knew the same people.
Look at that guy.
You know.
Get a glimpse of yourself every now and then. Like, hey.
Yeah, you said, yeah, I do look all right.
you just got it.
Yeah, I just called. Yeah, they tripping, man. I don't even think they looking at the same look I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? But I realized I started, once TikTok popped up, I wasn't really paying attention at first. I'm a little older. It's like, oh, these changes. Okay, now I got to try to figure this out. But I noticed you kept, I noticed your first couple that you did. I'm like, oh, snap, that's really funny. Not thinking that, sometimes a person can catch a funny thing and do it, and that'll be a one-off.
Right.
They're not really a funny person, but they caught a moment. They caught it on video. Funny. A lot of people like it. Then I noticed he kept doing it. I'm like, oh, he actually knows what he's doing with this.
Yeah.
Like, this is not him just randomly popping up, doing something like, no, this is actually, in this little time frame, is actually a production.
Yeah.
At what early age did you realize you had this creative mind that you saw things differently? Because that takes a different mind to see stuff like that.
When I was younger, man. When I was young, I'm the only boy to 7 girls.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So when I was young, I knew I wanted to be an actor. My favorite actor of all time is Will Smith. I knew I wanted to be an actor.
I can see that.
And so, honestly, growing up, my life matched his life.
As far as the storyline
and everything.
Okay.
So when I came down here with my aunt and uncle, is when I started watching Fresh Prince, and I was like,
wow.
Like, that is my life.
Wow, okay.
I was like, we literally, our
life
are
with your aunt and uncle. Yeah.
Right. And so, down to characteristics and how we act sometimes. And it's just, and it's so weird that, and his motivational speeches and everything like that, he's my favorite actor of all time. But, so I have a very, very, very vivid imagination. And when I tell you I have a vivid imagination, it's wild. Like, I could wake myself up when I go to sleep, things like that. Like, I can dream about movies, like, and what makes TikTok so great is because in the age of social media, that minute is literally people's attention span right now. People don't have the time to watch something so long, and so if you can pack something into that minute,
everybody, and as many people as we see doing it, it's still not as easy as just turning the phone on and just shoot.
It's not at all.
Especially, at least if you understand how videos are shot and what you have to do to get certain clips and stuff, you realize that's not easy.
I studied a lot.
You know what I'm saying? And that 1 minute, you had to do a lot just to get that 1 minute to come together.
I do a lot of studying.
Okay, what type of stuff? Like what type of people? What you study?
And I'm a people person, so I study what people like and things like that. What's trending? What's going on right now? And then if I hear a sound bite and it matches with what's going on right now in the world, I'm like, and what I do is I play that sound bite about 20 times throughout the day while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, while I put it together.
Yeah. Okay. Now I relate to that because for anybody that know what I do, Pastor Percy, it could be something small that I see or hear, and for some reason it'll trigger a whole. Right? It'll be like I could be thinking like, man, I don't know nothing funny right now, and I see something. And immediately it'll just start coming together like a puzzle. And the whole day I'm thinking about it. I ain't wrote nothing down or nothing. I'm just putting it together. And then when I get a chance, I just do it. But mine usually takes longer. You know what I'm saying? Because mine is meant to be a little bit longer for what I do. How do you condense it to that one and be just as funny or whatever as anything else?
The crazy part about it is with once you grab the TikTok audience, right? Once you grab them, and this is like I have movies and videos and everything in my head, like
I believe
because once I grab the short attention audience, and I'm on the road to 10K because once you get to 10K, you can start sponsor stuff and all the other stuff. I'm close.
Get it, man.
I'm like 9,500. I'm close.
Oh man.
But
well, matter of fact, while we doing this right now, take a second. What's your TikTok?
Andrizee Addison.
Andrizee Addison. You can pause the video for a second. Come back. Go subscribe right now. Let's at least do our portion to help get him to 10K. All right, now come on back to us.
Welcome back. So when once you grab them, the short attention span people. Okay. And as you make video after video after video, you start having regulars, and you start seeing the same people commenting, the same people like, and
the
then
algorithms are connecting with them,
and these people start following you, and then they start looking for your content. So when you get up there in numbers, bam, drop your YouTube channel, because now they're not.
So you dropped your YouTube, so you putting the whole package together, and then you're gonna drop it over.
They're looking for the short versions of what you're doing right now.
That's
and everything. And right now, people, you see somebody, smart. You see somebody so funny on TikTok, you be like, I would watch that video longer.
I would watch 30 minutes of this. of a full skit.
And then once you get your audience and you get a good number and you get a good following and you get a good consistent like likes base. And videos and comments, and you know that's
because they're naturally at least a nice percentage gonna follow you.
Mm-hmm. And then that's when you drop your YouTube because TikTok's not gonna be around forever.
And see, I know that was like
things change so quickly.
And that's the thing. With what you're saying, you'll survive past TikTok. Because I remember back when, Vine, which was like a version of TikTok, pretty much the old TikTok. A lot of people that were able to do that weren't able to translate that into doing longer content. Yeah. So once Vine died, they died.
Because Vine was a lot shorter.
Like 6 seconds or so?
Yeah. So
it was like crazy. I never even tried. I was like, there's no way I can do it.
I've seen some TikToks that I feel like I watched a movie, bro. Like,
and it's crazy.
Wow. Like, you packed all that in a minute.
It's crazy. Like you said, I'm watching. I'm like, it has to be
right. It has to be longer than a minute.
But it's just a minute.
Way. This was a minute.
But that just goes to show what's really going on inside our minds and how fast
that's the creativity.
That's crazy.
That's the creativity. Man. That's the director in me. And like I've even Emporia people always say, support. I've even reached out to people because I'll make a video in my head that don't fit me.
Talk about it.
It don't fit me. So I've reached out to people and I said,
you're willing to give it to somebody else.
I'm willing to give because I know what this video can do. I know what this vision can do. And I've reached out to people and said, hey, I think this would do. I told this one girl, I reached out to her and I said, hey, I introduced myself. She was like, hey, how you doing? I said, I told her what I do. Mm-hmm. And what you telling me for? I said, well, I have a video that I'm trying to. What kind of video you tell? I was like, that's not. Are you listening? Did you read the first message?
You know what?
I was like, I'm not hitting on you or anything. I'm giving you some content because. Yeah, man. So I don't even reach out. I don't even reach out. Like, and I don't even. It's so crazy that TikTok, majority of my followers and support system on TikTok, I don't know.
You ain't never met them a day in your life.
I don't know them at all, but they are consistent. They support and they look forward to future content. You don't get that. I don't even post that stuff on Facebook no more. Like, I put it on my story. I give you 24 hours to give me fake love, but
and I like that.
I don't post it no more on Facebook because people say support, and I seen a quote that said somebody shared it on Facebook that said your turn will never come if you don't clap for other people. It was something like your turn. You will never. If you don't, it said if you don't clap for other people, your turn will never come.
A lot of y'all hating instead of clapping.
Exactly.
Your turn is coming, yo.
Exactly. And
but you got to play your part in doing that. You can't hate on nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I love everybody that do what they do. Like I love to see people excel and.
It puts you in a position where. Like you said, you try to tell people to do it, offer it to them. You like, well, if y'all ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna just do it myself. I just figure out a way to do it all myself. Yeah. And ultimately, you gonna end up doing it with people you never met, actually end up having the same mindset.
On TikTok, I have some duets with other people, man.
That's dope.
That never met them, but
they connect.
This was an opportunity for somebody else.
What I'm finding is whether in business or creativity or whatever. Well, just in the stories I've studied of different successful people, they've always had to go away to blow up before the people that they were right around recognize that they were dope all along.
And then when it comes to business, you got to think about, like I have a business. Mm-hmm. I have a whole business. People don't even know that. I have a whole transportation business. In Roanoke Rapids, man. I have a whole...
How long did that? I never knew that.
I have a cab service, right? I've done the ground... Okay, so when I say I study. Like, I came over, when I was over here in Emporia, I wanted to open the same business. I'm not battling with 6 other cab companies.
Maybe small.
So when I moved to Roanoke Rapids, they don't have a consistent cab company.
Right.
I was like, that's
saw
a gold mine.
Man, you can wrap that whole thing up. Man. I did not know that. It's functioning now, man.
It's up and running. Okay. I don't have no cars yet.
Okay.
But it's up and
But
running.
the paperwork and everything is, so you just need the vehicle to just get it going.
Hanging on my wall. I spoke with North Carolina, the state of North Carolina.
So the hard part is done.
The hard part
The
is
hard
done.
part done.
Give me one van. I bet you that thing, man. Look.
Hey, listen up, and we ask for no hookups, but hey, listen.
Start a GoFundMe.
If you got a van you're not using or inexpensive or something,
hey,
you young brother trying to do,
and you
make it happen. Enterprising.
And the reason I love that business is because my son is a junior, and I've always said I don't want to hand him down just my name. You know what I mean? It's no way. I don't want AJ to just carry my name. I got to give him something else because I owe him the world because he saved my life.
He saved your life.
He saved my life.
Break that down.
I was out here. When I tell you I was doing what I wanted to do. I didn't care about anything. I was wild. So when and I didn't have my dad. So when AJ was born, like I tell people this every day. I owe him the world because he saved my life. Like that's if powerful. AJ was never here, who's to know where I would be or what I would be doing? But and so like it kills me when I see guys that have kids not do for their kids and say, my dad wasn't there. Okay, so you rather pass down pain? You know what it feel like. So you want to pass it down?
And up to a certain point, like you said, when you're younger, okay, you can get away with that. But at a certain point, you got to be accountable for that pain. And like you said, why would you want to pass that on?
But and you know how that's the thing. But the horrible part is you know how it feels. So you would rather instead of buy a birthday card, you'll buy them pain.
Make excuses. Use the child support.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the same town as your child. Some people are like.
Y'all could bump into each other at Walmart.
It would be a shame to see your own child in a store and they don't even want to speak to you, or don't even really know you.
Or y'all, hey, hi, bye.
Yeah.
Like I'm a stranger.
Don't even know if you can hug your child or not. Like.
Never in life.
Yeah, so that's real. That's real man stuff, man. Because everybody doesn't make that transition.
AJ will never feel the pain that I felt. So
I salute that. Okay, we're gonna get into some other stuff. The TikTok stuff is good. Like I said, I hope to see you get to 10,000 and start getting them sponsorships, so that you can start producing the type of content.
I'm gonna be famous.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
I'm gonna get there because,
I believe that.
Like I said, Steve Harvey said somebody told him it took me a long time to realize what this meant, that the graveyard is full of great ideas.
Yeah.
I know you heard that before, but I was like, what? And I didn't get it, and then I was like, people die with great ideas. Like,
and that's one thing I said. I said once I get older, I don't want to ever look back and say I wish I had them. You know, that's one reason I went ahead and started my podcast. Wanted to a couple years ago.
Right.
But you just get to a point where, especially creatively, if you can't get it out, you're frustrated. So you say, look, I got to get it out in some type of way. I'm gonna just start doing these things I see in my head.
Come from, because, like Kev said, you're not gonna get that love in the beginning. And then when you pop, everybody gonna be like, oh my God, I knew Ed from way back. But did you watch episode number 2?
Right. And see, some people get discouraged at the beginning because the numbers may not be. Your objective at the beginning shouldn't really be the numbers.
You just getting.
It should be you. It should be
bettering yourself. That's the thing.
Your challenge is to challenge yourself to be consistent. Am I gonna put out a video, whether it's TikTok every day, or whatever type of content? Am I gonna put out something at least once a week, and make that your goal to say, for 100 videos, I'm gonna put out 100 straight, regardless to what's happening. Yeah. Everybody not gonna do that. They'll put out a video and they might get 3 likes and they feel like they failed.
Oh man, that's the same thing with TikTok. My first couple ones,
trash.
Ain't no love.
Well, at least you know that they was dope, but then nobody show no love.
Yeah, they ain't no love, but if you keep at it, like it's something gonna pop.
And do people go back and then look at you?
Yeah. And so once you pop and you get the notifications off old videos, it's like I knew they was dope.
And that's
like,
why people don't understand the game. That's why you gotta keep creating and putting it out, because you gotta believe it's dope.
Yes.
And know that, okay, it might take a year or 6, whatever long it take. Once they finally catch this one dope one, they gonna go back and see that the rest of it was dope too. And that's gonna boost the numbers and boost up,
I made
advertising and all of that good
I
stuff.
made a tax video not too long ago about if my taxes hit while I'm at work. I made a video like that on TikTok, and that took me from like 3,000 to 9,000 in a span of a day.
So you got 6 off of
one video. And all of them people are going back watching old videos. So when I see the notifications off like comments and likes on old videos, I'm like, I knew I wasn't tripping. Hey man, I knew it. Because once you see it and you put it down, and the crazy part is I don't even put stuff out. A lot of times my a lot of pain, like my life was full of a lot of pain. So comedy is my release. So when I make a video,
people don't even understand.
People don't understand. When I make a video,
that's your medicine.
It's not even right.
It's not for y'all.
It's not even about y'all. Like,
I'm glad you like it.
I do it, for somebody that understand or to laugh, but at the same time, that was my release. Whether I get 0 likes, 0 comments, like, oh man,
I was able to get this.
The therapeutic that came off of that. People don't understand that, man.
Unless you're creative or create anything, you wouldn't understand the beauty of seeing something in your head and then seeing it outside of yourself. At the same, you know what I'm saying? That's such a
Sometimes
beautiful.
when I get in my way or I get in my feelings, I can do probably about 20 TikToks in one night, and I'll save them all. So, because I don't just put them all out. So I don't put them all out as soon as I make them.
That's the way to do it. You gotta bank them.
Whenever I get an idea, I do it, save it, and then I'll drop it when I feel the need, when I feel like it's the right time. So
you made me lose my thought because some of your process is the same as mine. So it's like I relate to everything you're saying. It's like I can see how you looking at it, cause you just get the feeling when it's time. Okay, I'm hitting with this one now. Boom.
The mood is right.
It's right, I can feel it, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you can catch the algorithms showing you love and stuff.
Ooh.
Man.
Yeah, man. I think I done caught my vibe time. So
Yeah, because it is a sweet spot.
Yeah,
that's why sometimes even
man.
with my YouTube videos, sometimes YouTube be taking forever uploading. Because it's like I know if I can get it up by a certain time. I know the frame of the people that, watch a lot of my stuff. I know the frame and the time of which they'll be focused in here.
Yeah.
I need it to upload now. Sometimes I can hit it. Sometimes it takes a while.
A lot of people I connect with are parents and 9-to-5s. So I know if I drop something at 7:30, they up. Or either I do if I miss that 7:30, 8 o'clock window, I'll drop it at 10:30, 11 o'clock. Because you done the hard part of your day.
So you got a minute to chill for a minute. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah.
Smart. It's all about strategy too. It's not just about creating the product.
Right.
It's about knowing when to place it.
And you know what I find so crazy about TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many people down TikTok as far as adults being on TikTok. Hey, leave it for the kids. But these same people ask me how to work it.
The hypocrisy.
Same people be like, hey man, how you do that? Or how you...
As if you didn't remember, y'all was just talking trash about this.
About parents and adults on TikTok.
And now that's mostly all I see.
TikTok opened the doors for... If you keep up with these people, TikTok done opened the doors for so many of these people. They are in movies. They are in commercials. Wow. They are doing some of everything. Like, there's so many people on TikTok being sponsored by companies. So,
and the beautiful part is you had the awareness to know. Let me get in while this window is open because it ain't gonna last forever. Let me get in early enough while it's open, build my following. That way, regardless to what this app does, I can take that following anywhere I need to go.
Followers, yes.
Anywhere I need to go. That's very smart.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't approach it. They just don't up a video. You have to have some type of strategy if you're trying to be successful in this, digital space.
Definitely.
And you have to be committed to doing it over time.
Definitely.
Because some of like we were speaking about one before we actually officially got started, he's been at it for years. and only recently within the last year or two,
people noticed him.
Started, and I've been telling people like, yo, he's funny. I said, pay attention.
Old videos?
I be telling people, I was like, look, pay attention now. Now people know about him. I'm like, I was telling you, pay attention to him.
And if you notice, did you see what he did when he got there?
He brought all of his people.
All of his people.
Even in the commercials, the Spectrum commercials. I was like, he really got his homies in the commercial.
He opened every business idea that he had.
Everything he does, his friends can do.
He had bank. What's the dude?
Tony Baker, Tahir,
all of them.
Angel.
What's the light skinned man name?
Tahir.
No, the skinny one.
Pat,
yeah, all of them.
And they had their own thing going. Doughboy.
And what was Doughboy? On Wild 'N Out. Tahir was in movies.
Angel been in movies. She was on a TV show. She was on ER.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. When he got there, he didn't just open the door and step in. He busted open and brought his friends with him.
Brought his real friends with him.
Because they was there from the beginning.
They've been there from the beginning. And everything he does, like you said, even from the commercials, everything, he got his friends. You don't have a lot of extras. He have his real friends in his stuff.
I have.
But let me check real quick. But his friends are on the same page. I ain't just saying bring your homie that just been sitting on the couch. No, they're actually like he was saying, they were already doing stuff. But he just was able to find a lane.
They grinded with him.
Yeah, and he was able to find a lane that opened even bigger doors for them.
For him,
but they were already being productive.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, bring your friends.
They contributed to the road.
Yeah, don't bring along the ones that you got to make come. Bring along the ones that's already going too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I think he was saying something.
When it comes to my friends that are supportive, like all of my friends are supportive. You know how everybody has. Nobody really has 100 million friends. Nah, you got a certain set.
You got 2 or 3 for real.
I got a certain set of friends, and they know who they are. So when it like I'm one of the people that. Okay, so my uncle used to get mad at me about this all the time. Money don't move me.
Okay.
Money never moved me. Money don't faze me. Money don't make me happy.
Okay.
I like money.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I got you.
But it never made me happy. I, to the bottom of my heart, is a philanthropist at heart.
Okay.
And like that's just what I want to do. On Christmas, I don't want anything. To see other people happy, or if I can help somebody, that brings me the most joy in the world, man. And that's where my comedy and my cab business come in hand, because the comedy, I'm helping people laugh. I'm helping you get through your day. My cab business is solely focused on customer support, and I'm only driving vans, no cars, because and I'm gonna have I already got the uniform
and everything.
So when you pull up to Walmart and pick somebody up, I want you to get out and help them back, help them put the stuff in the car. So you want to be a better
experience than just a regular.
What was my logo?
Almost like they got a personal driver for that few minutes. For that little time, this my driver.
My logo.
And they cater to them.
On my logo, my quote was Addison Transportations. We deliver people. We deliver people. And I want people to email me and call me and say, "Oh my God, that was amazing! Like that was a great service." I've rode in cabs that are horrible.
Stang.
Horrible. Mm-hmm. So that's why my customer service is is the biggest sole point of my business, man. Like you got to take care of the people that's in your cab.
And that goes along with any business. I don't care how dope the product is. If your customer service is trash,
man.
That says it all.
I'm big on up in supporting black business and small business and things like that. But how you want me to support you with a nasty attitude and bad customer service? Explain that to me.
They gotta see. Some don't understand that. Yeah, okay. A customer can ask you a question that upsets you. Mm-hmm. You're never supposed to allow that to translate to them. Cuss them out to yourself.
That's bad customer service.
You know what I'm saying? In your own, not to them. You never let that your frustration shouldn't translate over to them, because at the end of the day, as a business owner, your job is to solve problems.
Yeah. I can.
At the end of the day, that's your job. Regardless of what you're selling, your job is to solve problems.
I can have a great business idea, right? With horrible customer service, right? You have no business idea with great customer service. Can you imagine that pair?
That'd be a powerful pair.
That'd be a powerful pair. Because I handle this, you handle up front. And that's what a lot of people have. Great business idea, horrible customer service. Like, if people's going to reach out to you, you can't answer them in a way of them bothering you. You have a business. If you don't want them to reach out to you, give them a set hours.
And if the moment they reach out, say if it's through like email or something, and in that moment you're not in the space to answer, don't answer it.
That's my thing. Like,
sometimes y'all, customer catch me in the moment, and I'm really having a bad moment. I'll say I'm gonna wait. Because if I answer them,
I'm not gonna open it.
Because I'm gonna talk to them crazy.
I'm not gonna leave you on red and be rude like that. I'm gonna pull the bar down and try to read the whole message. But yeah, like, you don't have to answer them.
You don't have to answer.
Okay, if I hit you up 12:30 at night for some oils, I'm not looking for a response 12:30 at night.
And it happens, and sometimes I happen to be up, but
I don't answer people about a phone 12:30 at night. I reply to you around regular hours. First of all, because I don't do drama, so I don't know if you're man or whatever, none of that stuff. So I'll answer you around 9 o'clock.
Business hours. My business hours are from.
I don't do none of that.
Y'all know the movie reference.
Right.
Yeah, Big Red.
Yeah. So like, just because you message me at 12 o'clock at night, don't mean I'm gonna message you back. Like, I see it.
That means you have, just like you wouldn't do any other business that way. Okay. With us wanting to support black-owned businesses, make sure you're treating the ones that are trying to run good businesses as such, the way you would any other business. That same respect, you're not going to go and Walmart or Target acting a certain way or talking a certain way to, the ones that are doing good business, give us that same respect. What you got? I know you got.
I know I want to make it a white and black thing, but you got to think about it like this, okay? How come black-owned businesses don't support each other, right? But white people do, because, and it's just like this: if John makes his own bread, right? And this is literally how white people do this. This is how they support each other. If John makes his own bread, but Adam buys his bread from Walmart, Adam is going to buy his bread from Walmart still and buy bread from John. He may not eat John's bread, he might throw it in the trash, but he supported John. Black people, why would I buy John's bread if I don't eat? It's not even about that. It's not about that. You can call it a waste of money all you want, but if you're going to support, you're going to support.
Yeah, because
I've bought female products from females. I ain't no female.
Yeah, I bought some lip scrub or something one day. And I said,
all of that stuff. I bought all of that stuff because I wanted to support. Because I'm gonna run into somebody that do need it. Yeah. And then when I pass that to them and they see that name, that's passing it on.
Passing information on.
Buy just something small, like you said, lip gloss, right? Yeah. So when a girl needs something, this woman, stocking stuff is all that stuff. So when they see this stuff, they're like, "Where you get that from?" Hey, the name is right there.
And that's a part of being resourceful. It doesn't always take money to be resourceful. If you could be a person that someone can come to and says, like you said,
spread the word,
I need such and such. By you have interacting with different ones, okay, I know somebody that can do that. You can point people in the right direction.
Yeah.
You don't always have to have money to be of value to people.
You know what that plays into?
What's up?
People don't understand the power of a share. Because my friends ain't the same friends he has.
It's a different crowd.
So if I share Ed's video, a different crowd is watching it. Yeah. And then they share, and then they share. How do you think these people get viral? It ain't from just laughing. It ain't from just a reaction to the video.
And I'm thankful for the shares that I do get, but it's like that's like the easiest thing to do.
My God. You ain't even gotta say nothing. You share, bam, and keep scrolling.
But
oh my God, I've seen people blow up on TikTok. I've seen friends of mine. I got a friend, his name, Clifton Turner. Hey, if y'all ain't following Clifton Turner, follow him.
Follow Clifton Turner.
Blew up overnight.
Come on,
my man. My dude is about to be a model, bruh. Blew up on TikTok overnight.
Come on.
But who's hating on that? Nobody, not me, because I see we in two different lanes. We're in two different lanes. Like, he blew up, and I support that. Yeah. When he has lives or when he make videos and stuff like that, I highlight, hey, dope. That was dope, dog. Like, but most of the videos are for women, so I ain't finna be up there. You know what I mean? Like, I support y'all, I like it and all the other stuff, but most of the videos are catered to women. You know, I'm on the funny side, and he had to, like, today I seen him in the barbershop. He told me the same thing. He was like, yo, you are hilarious, bruh. Like, you get what I'm saying? And so for him it's not hating nowhere. Like, I support whatever anybody do.
Clapping for somebody else doesn't mean you're not funny.
Exactly.
Just because I clap, you don't mean I'm not funny.
Exactly. I'm a clap for anybody.
Yeah. If it's good material, it's good material.
I support any, like, I started this thing back then, a while back, called Small Business Mondays. I know you remember that.
Okay.
It was Small Business Monday when I told everybody to comment their business, and I was creating
I remember that.
I created you an ad.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I created probably about like 70 different Facebook ads. Like, I would click share, and I would give you a nice old, I would give you a dope headline like, if you need your lips popping, you know how
that's a lot of work, man.
I did yours. You want to smell good?
Yeah.
You want to smell like, I was like, how you supposed to be victorious if you don't smell like victory? Yeah. Holla at my man.
You did, man.
Did you chip a nail? Do you need your nail? Holla what? Let me think of what. Drea Q. Holla. Hey, that's another business. Drea Q.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, I was like,
for the nails. We don't always have to, the Asians are not the only ones that do, like, have the hair and nails.
Y'all don't even understand the stuff that y'all can do.
Listen, we're gonna go and get into that. If it's for us, why aren't we serving us? So if you're getting your nails done, why don't we go to people that are in our culture that do our nails? Mm-hmm. Okay, I go to the barbershop. Not that I wouldn't trust. I've had Latinos cut my hair on the road and stuff like that, but why wouldn't I go to a black person that understands immediately?
That's part of the culture, man. That haircut and that barbershop, that's part of the culture. Like, don't you ever take that away from me.
You know what I'm saying? So let's start. Once you find, businesses that are within our community, because they're not going to let you in that room.
Like, just like so many women do hair. Mm-hmm. So many women do hair, and you got some top-notch ones, right? Like Weeze do everything.
Beast.
But Weeze is a beast. But some things Weeze don't do. Right. And she'll tell you, and she'll point you over to somebody. She'll refer you to who do that. Mm-hmm. Some girls do eyebrows. If she's booked up,
refer them to somebody
else. Like, y'all. Everybody talk about Emporia and how horrible it is, but they can uplift it. Like, y'all can take over Emporia if y'all wanted to.
But they have to. I mean, they have to want to do that. That's my gripe about it. And I ain't gonna say gripe because I ain't mad about nothing. Mm-hmm. What you said is right. And those do that, but we have to be able to do that overall. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to have the conversation. Yeah, it's a lot of potential here. Mm-hmm. This town is actually wide open for money if we just put our mindset in the right place and realize we're not each other's enemies. A lot of us related. A lot of us cousins and grew up around each other. We ain't got time to be fighting each other and bickering over who's screwing who, and all us that had some of all of us at some point around here at this point. All right, y'all clear about that? All us that had some of us. Some, y'all know what I'm trying to say. We got to just support each other better than what we've been doing. Because you're trying to get to a certain point, right?
Right.
You need support. I'm finding the more I give, the more I get back.
Right.
Now, okay, too, though. Let me be clear, because it sounds like I'm rambling. I was reminding a young lady because she has a business, but when I go to her page, I see everybody else's business.
And that's dope right there.
I think it's dope, but I said, but if you're in business too, they need to see your business.
Yeah.
Because I think there's nothing wrong with promoting yourself. Because it goes back to the support thing. You spend all the time supporting anybody else. Who's supporting you? Sometimes you have to be your own support system.
I was trying to look up what book I was reading.
What is it?
The Power.
Who is that by?
It's by
That's on Audible? What is it?
yeah, it's by Rhonda Burns.
Okay.
Rhonda Burns.
Talk about
The Power pretty much basically is telling people that it's just like what you said, the energy you put out is the energy you get. Like she basically just telling people like you control you. You control your mood, you control your emotions, and so if you see somebody with a nice car, instead of saying, look at them with that nice car, they ain't gonna last long. Instead of saying, I like that car, I wish I had one, you gravitating that car towards you. Like, you bringing good energy to you. So that car might be yours. You know, you might get a car like that soon. Instead of pushing it away, pushing your blessing away by hating.
It's power in the thought and power in the words, man. Power. Thoughts are things. Words have power for real.
Good deeds. And it's just small stuff like sometimes when I go to fast food restaurants, I pay for the person behind me.
Okay.
You know, just because I don't.
Just because.
It's just because
putting that good energy in the world.
I love what I put out in the world, and that's what I was telling you. I love to do things for people because the joy I get for helping somebody else anonymously.
Doing good I was going to say you're doing good for the sake of doing good, not for the sake of promoting. I did.
I would never want to help somebody on camera. I just
not by my doing it.
Not
you catch it on camera.
Yeah, if you catch it on camera, or if they want to share it, that's different.
But I'm never gonna.
I don't want to say, hey, come with me while I go.
Yeah, let's go feed the homeless.
Hey, hold my phone while I go. Yeah,
we're feeding the homeless today. You see them? You see the homeless getting?
Oh my God! One time,
I know it's a noble thing, but it looks away.
One time I did the whole fast food thing, right? I paid for the person behind me. They was in the Jeep, you know, they was in the big truck. I didn't look through the mirror to see how many people in the car. Oh my God, when that lady told me the total, I was like, I said, that car, not the next three car. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, take this car before I get mad.
You could change your mind. You be like, never mind.
Oh my God. And that's when you adjust the mirror. Was like, how many people in that car? Oh my Lord. I was like, whatever.
But you were doing good for the sake of doing good.
Yeah.
So you had to follow through with it.
Oh man.
But the energy always comes back.
Yeah.
You know.
It always comes back.
And I think about it too, for all the wrong I might have done in my life, I'm at a point where I'm just trying to put good energy out. Because I don't want that bad to... Hopefully I done paid for all the stuff I done done. Hopefully.
So when it comes to that...
Come on, talk about it.
When it comes to all of the wrong I've done in my life, I'm at a point now where I've done so much for people. And I've hurt people along the way, of course. We all have. You know, we were younger. I've done so much for people that you can't get mad at me for being selfish. I'm selfish right now. Like,
yeah.
I told a woman. I told a
good gracious, you talking now? Man.
I told a girl that wanted to have a relationship. I said I don't want one because I ain't finished with myself. Like I have too many strings attached to other situations in my life. Okay. That I have to deal with first, that I have to clip first, and frankly, no, I don't have to. Like I'm at a point now where I don't have to.
That is some real stuff, bro.
Yeah. But it's not in a disrespectful way or anything like that. But I've done my due diligence now till Andrew's first, and people say. You know, how do you know what you want, or you overpassing your happiness for? If I know what's gonna make me happy, that's what it is. And I'm not budging on that. I'm not budging on that no more. Like I used to budge on it and be like, well, you know, it'll work itself out. Bruh, I'm not budging on that no more.
It's amazing that you're saying that. I was literally, matter of fact, the last guest I had on, we touched on that a little bit. But off camera, we touched on a little bit of that, and what you're saying right now is just confirming some stuff that's been going on.
Yeah.
And it takes a strong person to actually do that.
Man,
because the person interested could actually be a dope person.
And that's fine. And that's fine. You can be a dope person, but
you should let me get me right.
Because
I can't do for you until I get me right.
Ed, women say be honest with them.
Come on, talk about it.
I told a woman that I don't mind being in a relationship with you. You're a dope person. I would love to be in a relationship with you. Let me get myself right. Like I was in therapy and everything, and I'm still in therapy and stuff like that. People think therapy means you crazy.
Nah, I'm looking for a good therapist. So.
Like, hey, I got one for you. But
okay, we're gonna talk.
And so I said, let me get myself right. She said, that's selfish. And how you letting somebody walk out and that's fine with me. Like and
that comes with it. Yeah.
The heart, like you gonna lose things on this journey.
That comes with it.
That comes with it, and I'm okay with that. I've accepted the fact that I'm gonna lose some good things.
It sucks, man.
I mean, to a degree, where I'm
going.
Sucks. Yeah, I'm not okay. So I'm not gonna get in a relationship knowing that you're not getting the full me. Like, why would I give you an unfinished project? And that's why all my relationships fail.
I hope y'all
now.
listen and talk, man.
That's why all the relationships fail now. Those were unfinished projects. So if I'm taking the time to finish this project, open up my chest and work on the mainframe, when I come back to you, how can you get mad? How can you get mad at that?
You can't even argue with because they're selfish because they want what they want.
They want what they want right now.
Spoiled. They won't know. So they try to put it back on you when what you're saying is the most noble thing anybody could say. Look, I ain't right for you right now.
Right.
Let me get this straight.
I know I am, but not right now.
Not right now. I know what's in me. I know where I'm going, but let me get there. Because if I get you right now, I'm gonna damage you.
Exactly. Ed,
I'm gonna damage you.
Exactly. If we get together right now, you're not getting a finished project. I promise you, and I'm not being an a-hole or anything like that. I'm just telling you that, like, I had I'm 32. Man. I had my heart broken for the first time.
Hey, what age is that? I had mine
late 20s, dog.
Man,
late
you got
20s.
yours late. I got mine early. Come on with it.
And that's one thing. Men scared to talk about heartbreak. Bang, 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 bang. Whatever.
Well, I'm like I am now.
Bro, let me tell you something. When that girl broke my heart, I didn't date for forever. You couldn't say her name around me, man. Look, it was horrible, man. It was horrible. I was over there looking like what? I was a sad. And my sister Eva used to come upstairs and pick on me all the time. She'd open the door and just be like, say the name. I'm like, my bad. I'm like, what? But when it comes to love and relationship advice, a lot of my friends call me and they'll be like, hey, what does a guy mean when he mean it? Because you, like I said, you name it, I've done it, and I ask the same question: Are you ready for this conversation? And I ask that question because if you come to me and you ask me a relationship question, I'm gonna say, Ed, are you ready for this conversation? Why would you ask me that? Because if I'm talking to an emotional Ed, no matter what I say is gonna go in one ear and out the other, and you're gonna be right back next week.
If I ain't coming with logic, I'm not thinking logic.
If you ain't got an open mind, I'm not finna tell you what it is because once we had this conversation, we're not having it again. You know what I mean? Like, we're not having it again. That's why I always ask, are you ready? Or you just mad right now? Because if I tell you this man don't care about you, and you go back, and then a month later you come back, we already had that conversation.
Ladies, y'all need to listen to that. It's a few. Well, I ain't gonna say a few because I don't know how many. But you got somebody in your life that's telling you the truth. Yeah. You won't listen to that guy. He's telling you, like, look, this is game right here. What you just asked me, because I'm your friend, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna give it to you 100. What you just asked me what he doing is some BS. Now it's up to you whether you. Now when you come back to me, in the first time I'm gonna tell you, like, look, if you do this, I'm gonna tell you how stupid you look doing.
Bro, my best friend is a female, right? Everybody knows my best friend is. My best friend is a female, and she's called me and asked me things about the male perspective. and I give it to her, she might not text me back that night.
Yeah.
Just because of how real it was. And then she'll text me back the next day or the day following and be like, that was true. Thank you. And I do the same with all my friends. I do the same thing. If I ask you a question, don't sugarcoat with me.
Yeah.
I've called my best friend and I'll shoot her the situation and she'll be like, you wrong. You wrong. Like, stop being like that. That's what I need. That's what I need because if my mind, my imagination's so vivid, I convince myself I'm right. That's why I need my team to be like, boy, you wrong. Like, I'm like, be quiet.
And you gotta have people like that around you, man.
I don't want nobody that's
hype me up. Man.
Yeah.
Like you say, you know yourself. I can go off the deep end and then jump off of that.
That's like coming to you and saying, I can come to you saying, oh my God, this girl broke up with me because I cheated on her. What was she going through my phone for? And you be like, hell yeah, what was she going through your phone for? Like, you just letting me get away with it.
Not if you're your friend. If I'm your friend, I'm going to tell you here's the thing, y'all. If I'm really your friend, I'm going to tell you the truth even at the expense of us not being friends no more. Because that's how much I love you.
Speak on it.
I'm going to tell you the truth even if you never talk to me again. At least you're going to know one person told you the truth.
When I send that message, when you send a real message like that, first of all, if that's your real friend, it ain't no worry about not hearing from them again. But if that's one of the friends who's on the rocks and you got to drop that hammer and be like, this is what it is. Oh shoot! You drop that hammer like, this is what it is. Mm-hmm. In the back of your mind, like, I ain't even gonna text me back.
Yeah, it might be a day or two. It might be a week.
but you said your piece.
A couple weeks.
I said what I said what I said. So it's
but when they come back to you, they have to at least admit whether they fall into the situation or not. They gotta at least admit
what you said was real.
You told me the truth.
Yeah.
And I seek to be that type of friend, and I seek to have those type of friends. I don't want it to just be one way. I don't want to be the one always telling my friend the truth, but then you see me fall on my face. You know what I'm saying?
Last year was people always holler about how bad 2020 was, and
it was revealing for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. 2020, I was the loneliest I've ever been. Because, and I don't mean, and one reason is because I was home most of the time. But me and my son.
That's for you if you need it. If you want the war.
And being that I was home most of the time, a lot of stuff, your eyes are open to a lot of stuff when the world is shut down. Yeah. And it was situations where if I'm always coming to your house and every cookout, every birthday party, I'm here, I'm partying with Ed, and I take the time to step back and say, let me see if Ed called me.
Oh my God, boy!
And you never do, but I see you posting pictures about. I see you posting pictures about this party and that party, then it's a battle in your mind. Like, damn, was I forcing myself in Ed's life, or was Ed really my friend? Like that last year was good, man. Last year was revealing for me, man. Last year was the loneliest I've ever felt, and nobody knew.
Because you end up realizing, was I playing myself?
Yeah, like was I in y'all lives? Was I forced?
Was I valuable?
Was I placing myself in y'all lives, or did y'all?
But then it makes me question them, like, so y'all weren't real because if you didn't really want me around,
oh man,
you couldn't say nothing, or you couldn't position it so that.
And my thing is, I don't complain to people. I'm not a complainer, but I'm very attentive to my friends and family, so I know when something's wrong.
Right. You
but the inside of me is like, how come y'all don't know when something's wrong? Even though I ain't saying it, I'm like, how come y'all?
If I'm paying that much attention to you. You can't tell my mood and change, and of course you're a mind reader. Man. But if we're really that close and friends, and I can come to you without you saying nothing, and be like, "Yo, what's up? You good?"
They gonna say, "Andrew, you alright?" I'm like, "I'm good." Okay.
Because they really don't want to address it.
And in the back of my mind, I'm like, "You don't understand when something's wrong." Because I know what your okays mean. Like I know how long you gonna say okay if something's wrong. I know how you hold your head. I know how you walk when something's wrong. I know the tone in your voice. That's how attentive I am.
Because I've seen you through all the different seasons.
Because I know, and I know that because when you talk to me or when I'm around, I'm listening to you. I'm not just hearing you. I'm looking at you. I'm great with eye contact. I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you. I'm here. Like my friends know I'm that friend. Like a woman can buy me a car, and that's cool and all. But if we having a conversation on Monday, and then let's say on Wednesday you stop by the job and bring me a Sour Patch and Pepsi, and I'm like, what's this for? On Monday when we was laying there talking, you said your favorite candy is a Sour Patch and Pepsi. You won. You won.
And that goes back.
Just
keep
listen,
going,
man.
Keep it going.
You won to
that
me.
goes back to a debate. You know, I saw a young lady posted on Facebook, like, she was just making a little, it wasn't even something that was meant to be addressed. I think it might have been a meme of a guy. Anyway, the point she was making was, for guys not to always ask where she want to go, just book the trip or just make the reservations. Mm-hmm. So a guy came up there fussing, talking crazy about, y'all don't never know where y'all want to go, y'all don't never do this, blah, blah, blah. And I made a similar point, like, if you're just having a regular conversation with her, you hear what she likes. She's going to say, if y'all are having real conversations,
if you know
just
your
listen.
woman.
Yeah, you know what she likes.
You know what she likes.
You know what she likes to eat. You know what type of undergarment she likes. You know what, if she drink coffee, you know what type. If you know her. She ain't got to tell you what to do.
Turn to some of these guys and ask them what they woman like. And if they hit you with good sex, what?
If that was the case, they wouldn't be hitting me.
Or in other inboxes.
Good sex or other people inboxes.
Because
Stop.
this is one of the greatest ways to see if you know your woman or your man. You can go out to eat and be quiet.
You should know what to order for.
You should know what to order. If I go out to eat with a woman and I say, hey, can I get the shrimp scampi? And she's like, okay, and the lady leave, we over with. Because if you don't know that I'm allergic to seafood,
especially if we together, especially if you my lady.
If you don't be like, sir, you know, you can't eat those. Right. Right, come on. You should be able to go to the bathroom and I tell you, you know, she wants the hamburger with this, and this.
Bring her such and such a drink. You know, you should know a lot of that stuff. Know that. If I'm with you.
Or I shouldn't have to go to the bathroom and rush back because I got to order my food. Like, I should be able to tell you what I want and you can order it. I can tell you what I want and you can order it how I want.
And all you're saying, you want somebody to be able to do that for you in return. Because you're going to be that attentive, whether it's a relationship or friendship. And you're that attentive to the people you love.
And everybody tell you, I'm always that attentive. And when it comes to me, I'm not always the most open person. Right. You know. Right. Because
what's your sign? I don't know the biggest thing. What's your sign?
A Taurus.
Okay. We got a lot of similar qualities, man. I'm seeing.
I don't open up to people right away. You know, like honestly, most people that know me think I'm a spoiled kid. I was brought up all spoiled and whatnot. Okay. They don't even know my story.
I know a little bit, and I know that ain't the case. I know you weren't brought up spoiled. The little bit I do know.
What?
Yeah.
And if I tell, and when people tell me that, I don't feel the need to correct you. Like that's your choice. Like you probably spoiled when you were growing up. Like, like I don't feel the need to. Like that's your opinion of me. Like.
Okay, where does that come from then? Because people's mindsets intrigues me. That's why I ask certain people to come up because it's not so much the outside. It's like I'm interested in the operation behind the curtain. What gets you to the point where you feel like? Because some people want to prove I'm from the gutter, I'm from the bottom, blah blah blah. You find where people just
everybody looks at me and thinks I'm this funny guy who was spoiled and growing up and things like that. The reason I don't feel the need to correct nobody is because I love people's opinion of me. I love it when you make your own assumption. Like because if you do find out, that's one of the things where it's like, nah, you already made you already made your opinion of me. Like, and I don't get mad at people for that because that's we've all done it. You know, we've all prejudged. So, you know, like most people don't know that, you know, we lost our mom when we was really young. Right. You know, the manner in which we lost her was violent. You know, so Then we went into foster care and things like that.
Okay.
And, our family was the type where it was 8 of us. But the last
I knew that. I knew the 3 of y'all.
The last 3 had the same dad. The other 5 had one dad, I believe.
Okay.
And so when everything happened, they went, I don't know where they went. We all got separated.
Wow.
But the last 3 dad is the one that did the due diligence.
Yeah.
Our dad was the one that did the dastardly deed, to our mom. So the family kind of.
I didn't know that part.
The family kind of shunned us because our dad did it. So.
As if you were responsible.
So we went slamming in foster care. People don't know that. People don't know my story. Like, it's very few people that know my story.
I didn't know that part of it.
And so we was in and out and things like that. Man, we got adopted by a family that stayed in a mansion. 6 stories, like 6 floors. Whole family in there. Social service drops us off. We all in the living room. Hi, hi, he. Social service leave. They lock us in the basement. And that's where you stay. You come out to eat and you go to school. And you back in the basement. 2 years. So people don't know the story. So it's one of those things where, and I take like our dad tried to come back in our life, and he used to pick us up on the weekend. But the only reason he didn't get in trouble for what he did is because he was the man at the time. Like, I used to idolize this man. He was the man. So if he say he ain't do it, they would fix whatever the situation is. So we was walking one day and the police pulled up and said, "Hey, they need you downtown when you get a chance." When you get a chance?
They gave him the option.
And
like,
pulled
you can come
up.
now, you can come at 5. Whenever you can,
And pulled
sir.
up. He was like, "All right, I'll be down there." I was like, when you get a chance. And that was I idolized that man. Like, I seen him knock people out for his money and stuff like that. So.
And I don't want to go too deep, no further than where you. So how do you rectify somebody I idolized, but then he did that?
So once he did that, I was a very angry child. Once he did that, my instant idea was, I'm gonna kill him when I see him. I said, I'm gonna kill him when I see him.
Okay.
And so we went through all the foster care thing like that. My story's like a Lifetime movie, man. We was in the park.
That's a movie already, man.
We was in the park and our grandma seen my little sister's a spitting image of my mama, and our grandma, the hospital was feeding the kids at the park because we was there for with the school, and our grandma seen her. She like, "You like my late daughter," and she was like,
you didn't know that was your grandmother?
She was like, "Oh my God, these are my grandbabies." And so our grandma took us in, and so when we was with our grandma, our dad didn't go to jail for what he did, and so
even to this day he never.
And so he went to jail for other stuff, but
not for that.
And so he tried to come back in our life and things like that. He was granted visitation to pick us up on the weekends. He would pick us up every Friday at 6:00.
Okay.
And so. And this was my first time seeing him. I said I was gonna kill him when I see him. We older now though.
Okay.
And when I seen him, I instantly became that little boy again. That just wanted his dad, But I didn't know what to say to him, so I'll stare at him like this until he look at me, and then I'll say what I got to say. And so I never would speak to him. When he picked us up on the weekend, Tony and Eva, they'll speak to him. I was mute. We ain't had nothing to say because I'm battling inside. Like, I'm supposed to not like you.
But that's your dad.
But I just
need this. My dad.
I need that. Like, I'm just that guy. I'm just that little boy that need his daddy. So Ed, I promise you.
Yo.
So one day I said to myself, you know what? He's been coming consistently on the weekends. I'm gonna give this man a chance. I'm gonna have my dad. Cause these kids around the way they got their dad. They have dances. So I'm gonna have my dad.
My daddy too, right.
I sat down on them steps. About 5:45, because that's around the time he come. I was still there at 10:30. He went back to jail, and from that day forward, he was gone. He was dead to me. So when that Drake line said, "Ever since my dad told me he was coming to the house to get me, he ain't show up. Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up." I felt that, and so from there, it was it. Yeah, and so that's why
you that way towards yourself.
That's why I go so hard when it comes to AJ. Like,
man, that's powerful.
Situations, anything like that. If AJ's uncomfortable, if I'm going on a date and AJ's uncomfortable where he at, date cancel.
Straight up, man. I salute that 100%.
Women have gotten mad at me because I don't allow people to meet him. Like, nobody is allowed to meet AJ until they
just turn and look at you because you bro.
Nobody's allowed to meet
that's
AJ.
Some grown man shit, and I ain't even cussed on here yet, but that's grown man stuff, man.
Nobody's allowed to meet AJ unless I know it's a serious relationship. Why would I do that to him? It's only me and him. If a woman come in, he's going to gravitate towards you because it's only me and him. So no. People have wanted to date and say, hey, let's have a play date. And it's like, nobody meets AJ. Nobody.
And I'm gonna be honest, I admire you knowing that as early as you do, because I've made some mistakes, and not intentionally, but my kids met a couple people along the way.
Now, if y'all see them at Walmart and stuff like that, that's different. As far as a personal setting, no.
But like I said, as I got a little older, I realized, okay, how is this affecting them? Like, you can't keep introducing people to you.
Yeah.
Because it's affecting them, whether good or bad, it's still having some effect on them.
Yeah, because if they get attached, then you take it away. And then the next person they get attached, you take them away.
And they don't always know how to articulate or explain.
They don't know how to let it go.
Yeah, like...
They're still looking for that first person. Yeah, they're still looking. Kids don't dump as easily as we do, so they're still looking for that first person. And it's like, so I'm very particular on that. So.
That's very honorable, man.
Yeah,
very honorable.
And then women would be like, oh my God, you're such a great father. And then in the same breath, they be like, when we gonna go out? You always got your son. And I'm like, yo, see, it's a gift and a curse.
This is part of being a great father.
It's a gift and a curse. So,
and that's even dope too, because a lot of times, of course, in times when people separate, a lot of times the women end up with the kids, and it's us that's having to wait and try to see when they have time.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to, like I said, no, he come first. If he ain't straight, then there ain't no date.
AJ is the world. That's what my world revolves around. And I don't like that's truly my little best friend, because he's been through all of those depressing moments, all of those lonely times, he's the one light and the one constant in my life. So, and of course I got my sisters and stuff like that. But AJ's that one constant.
Like you say, he saved your life literally.
Oh man, like it's been times when we first moved out and stuff like that, we didn't have lights, or our lights got cut off or the water got cut off. Mm-hmm. He never knew. Wow. He never knew. Lights got cut off. We light candles and have a good old time. Sitting there making something fun. He shouldn't know. He shouldn't know. So, like, he's always come first. It's never a time when he don't. And sometimes I can see how that gets in the way of my own happiness. But at the same time, I say to myself, at the end of the day, that he's going to be the constant. So it's no need to.
Okay, and I get that because you had other things that weren't constant, different variables. Mm-hmm. But that's I don't mean the word control in a bad way, but that's one thing you can kind of control.
Yeah. And that's my dude. I don't talk to him about everything, but I make sure the line of communication stays open with me and AJ. And one day he woke up and he wanted some cookies. First thing in the morning, I said no. He walked away upset. I made him come back, and I said, tell me why you're upset. And he was like, huh? And I said, you crying? Tell me why you're upset. And he was like, I wanted some cookies. And I said, did you eat breakfast yet? He was like, no. And I said, because you crying and you told me how you feel, not going to change my answer, but I want you to be comfortable enough to talk about your feelings. Like, I want you to be able to come to me and say, I'm upset because I couldn't get no cookies. And I'm going to tell you, I understand why you're upset, but it doesn't change my answer. Yeah, but I want that line of communication to always be open, because this world is evil.
And you don't want the world to teach you.
The world is evil. So when something happens out there, I want you to be able to come home and tell me, like, in AJ's eyes, I'm his Superman. It's nothing in his mind that I can't do. And I love that. I love that to death, man.
And that's just it's a responsibility that
That
you
I have
walk
to
up the door
uphold,
every
yeah,
day. Right,
yeah.
right. Man, you drop some crazy stuff. Like whenever we done, I can't wait to go back and because I gotta edit, like put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to go back and watch this. Like for real, man. I mean, I knew you were gonna come with some good stuff, but man, you gonna do some big things. Just knowing, hearing your story, like I'm trying to process some of the stuff you said, man.
Yeah, and that's why I tell people. That's why I know people used to always ask me to speak to young men that do know my story. They like speak to young men, and I say the same thing because I will speak to young men. I don't have a problem. Like it's been young men in my life that I've spoken to, or they'll call me when they have an issue or things like that, because I want them to know. I tell them my story, and they can't believe it because I want you to know. It doesn't always go the wrong way. Like I've done some things in my life where, and look at me, there's a silver lining. Like you don't have to go that way.
Right.
Like despite what I've done, I'm just lucky enough to be where I'm at, to survive the things I've done. And if you're where I'm at, meaning you survive the things you've done, don't keep going. Like there is a better route. I'm the better route. Like if you need something to look forward to, if you need something to look forward to, I'm not saying I'm the best,
right?
Or I'm a glimpse of the good route.
But like a lot of times, all they see is that one path going the wrong way. They don't see somebody come from the same circumstances and say, "Oh, I took this way."
Yeah, before AJ was born,
I got off on this exit.
Before AJ was born, the way I was getting money, I'm not gonna say how, but the way I was getting money was fast and easy. Okay. I bought me a car. I was always at the beach, buying shoes, things like that. I could do what I want to do when I want to do it, and like money was no problem. Okay. Now, when AJ was born, I said there will never be a time there will never be a day where I can't wake up and see him. So I had to stop what I was doing.
Just like that.
Cold turkey. Got rid of everything I had. Cold turkey. You know how hard it is to go the correct route? I could easily turn around and do what I was doing because I know that money easy. Just like that. I know that money easy, and it was nothing to count that much money. And that's where I don't understand this new generation. Like all of that I just said, nobody know. My team knew, my crew knew, like we knew, they knew the amount of money we was making together. Okay. But nobody knows too. That's why I say I love when people judge me because they're like, "What you know about this?" I'm like, "Nothing." I'm telling you, man. I'm like, that's fine.
It takes I don't even want to use the word humility, groundedness, to not feel like you got to explain that because some people they want you to know their street cred.
They go, oh my God.
You get to know
some of these people street cred. I will outshine some of these people's street cred. God forbid if we ever sat down and talked about it. I don't want to. I don't need to. That's past. That's the past.
That's maturity, man. That's maturity.
Yeah, and so, the check thing, like, oh man, it was so hard to do because I knew how easy the other way was, but what balanced that out was seeing AJ every day. Was being able to see him every day. And
that goes back to something that ties in earlier. Something has to give. Because something gonna have to give. Yeah. When you're going after something, you have to make a decision. Something has to give.
Something. You.
So you could have kept that life, but eventually you weren't gonna be able to see it. It was gonna catch up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some got.
Or he was gonna see me on the other side somewhere he shouldn't have seen me.
Yeah.
So nah.
We just gotta, in doing things, we have to decide what's the right thing to give up.
Yeah.
And toward the ultimate goal.
And that's where a lot of people become parents and don't want to sacrifice. I've sacrificed plenty of stuff. I sacrificed time, events, all of that.
Relationships, as you were saying.
Relationships, everything. But I feel like my life started so early. Like the wildness started so early where I feel like I've done everything that I wanted to do. To the point now I can be a homebody and stay home all the time. And even if I didn't, my child is so important to me that I don't want to put myself in a position to,
man, that's good stuff,
be away from him. So,
okay. we're gonna switch over creative wise. What's next? What are your the next year? What do you see yourself doing on the creative side?
In the next year, I see myself. I see my outreach being bigger than what it is. I have a whole concert in my head.
Look, man, you talking to another creative person. I get what you're saying.
So, my mind, I have a Christmas concert in my head, right?
Okay.
I have the perfect people that I know lined up for each act of the Christmas concert. You know, but at this point, I don't know. You know, people don't accept. Like if I come to you like that, I'm a nobody. So if I tell you my idea, they're like, why would I want to do that? And it's like.
So these people you talking about are like famous people?
No.
Just people you know.
People in the area, and I'm like, I need you to bring my vision to life, because if I see something in my head and I see your face, you meant for what I'm doing. Like it's just like Hollywood, like Denzel. If you like Training Day, when they made that movie, who can replace that guy?
Nobody could do that.
Nobody could ever do that.
And anybody could have did any of the other parts in that movie, including what's the white boy name? Jake.
You could have replaced anybody else in that movie. You really could have replaced anybody else in that movie. But you can't replace him. So in my mind, I've seen some, like the whole concert. I literally have every spot filled.
I learned watching my brother doing his plays. What you see for somebody
ain't what they see.
It's not always what they see, and they could have it right there, but until they see it,
but that's the part. That's what I want. I want to be a motivator where. If I come to you and say this is what I see, I want to be able to create that for you to see.
It takes a lot of trust though with people.
Yeah.
Because everybody not go. Case in point, we had a young man, and if he watching this, shout out to you. You'll know who I'm talking about. He struggled, getting his lines and stuff right up until the night before the play, the day of the play, But my brother saw something in him, and he kept pulling and pushing and encouraging and motivating. Even to the point where we was a little worried, like,
he gonna mix it up.
And he got up there and embodied it because he finally saw it. But I'm telling you, countless nights he was either on the phone with my brother or myself, and he had different things going on the personal side. Okay. So, we just try to be good brothers to him, encouraging him, keeping him going. But up until that point, we like, yo. But it clicked in his head. And he killed it. Once it clicked, he killed it.
That's one of the things where your brother was one of the people I wanted to talk to about this, because what I had, this has been in my head for 2 years. Nothing should sit that long. So what I want to put it on a table to somebody else, because it makes so much sense to me, but I need to explain back to him on a front where he do this. So you know what I mean? Like he do the plays and everything like that, and that's what this is. It will be a play. It will be on a stage. It will be entertaining people. Maybe so I was like,
connect in some form and at least have a conversation. I'm sure he wouldn't mind offering, even if it's information, whatever he could to help you bring it to life. That's good stuff, man. So you trying to get that done within the next year?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's going to be.
So at least back Christmas time.
Okay. It's a Christmas.
So it's for Christmas.
It's for Christmas
play.
Yeah. And it's not. The thing is, it's not even a play. It's a celebration.
Okay.
So it's hard to explain. I would have to break it down.
Yeah, I don't even want you to try to divulge it on here because I don't want nobody to grab it and try to flip it. Nah, it's your baby, and like you say, whatever he can do, whatever I can do to help you bring it to life. Yeah, we got you, man. Creatives understand each other. We understand each other. So without you even saying it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm even to the point where it doesn't even have to make all the way sense at first. I like the process of cultivating it to get it to where we want it to look like we want it to look. Oh, man, I even like that part of it.
When I hear songs, I redo the music video in my head.
Man. And some days everything's a video for me.
I've reached out to somebody one time that said, I said, this song, I don't even think I really have a music video.
Okay.
But I can put a funny spin on this song, and the music video will be crazy.
I believe it.
Okay, let me know. I let you know nothing. I let you know nothing. And so now, I've put your face in this video, so now I gotta replace it.
Yeah. What I realized
I can do it myself, but I ain't doing all them different roles. Like when we can knock this out in one take, and I got instead of me having to make 3 takes and 3 people, and
it's frustrating to me sometimes because just like you like you said, you have an idea or you'll see something for somebody else and tell them like, okay, I see this for you. You pretty much give them the play. Mm-hmm. All they got to do is do it.
Is do it.
They don't even understand the benefit of that because do you have anybody doing that for you?
No.
It's all your own inspiration, all what you see and come up with.
But these are people that want to be.
That's what I'm saying. They don't understand the value of that.
Like, no, I'm reading your status, and this is what you want to do. This is the opportunities you keep talking about. I'm bringing it to you.
They don't understand the value of that.
So when I get up there, when I get to my pedestal of being a director and being a producer and being stuff like that, don't come looking for a job because I gave you one.
And that's what I'm telling you, man. A lot of what you're saying it resonates with me. Because even with stuff I'm doing now, I'm thinking 5-10 years from now, when I'm in a certain position, I got certain people in mind.
Yeah.
Just don't front on me right now. Because if you front on me now, I can't do it then.
Yeah.
Just trust what I'm doing. Trust the process. Trust that. Watch what you're doing. You're active. It's not like you're just saying, I do TikTok videos. No, go to TikTok. He all over there.
Hey, listen, like
you ain't just talking about it.
Right, I'm not just shooting smoke.
Yeah, you got actions
you see
with
where I'm going. Like it's on the rise.
It's already like you said, you're right at 10,000. You right at the cusp of opening that next door. You at the next door.
You know what Steve Harvey said? He said the top of the mountain, you gotta I watch the Steve Harvey one show every day. He said you got a rope and a wagon. Mm-hmm. And he said when you on your way to the top of the mountain, along the way you'll pick up people. And he was like, sometimes these people don't wanna get in the wagon. And he was like, or sometimes you'll pick up people that are a weight on the wagon instead of. And then most of the time you'll pick up people that are standing next to the wagon and help you push to the top. So I don't know what.
So it's all different people.
It's all different people.
You just get to filter them out.
I just let people know. I don't even let them know when I present something to you and you don't take it. I'm not one of the ones to be like, well, when I get it's fine. Like you don't have to take it. I'm not mad at you for not taking it. But I just read something where you said this is what you want to do, and I'm giving you that opportunity.
Sometimes I have better ideas for other people than I have for myself, or I'll give it away.
Why do you think?
I hit them up like, yo, try this, boom, boom, boom. And I'm hoping that they trust what I'm saying because you see me in action. I'm just not a dude sitting on the sideline, not doing nothing. No, you see me moving, so you should trust it. If I'm telling you this, it got some credence to it.
This ain't no. How I got here is. You ever heard the saying when a woman cuts her hair or changes her hair, she changes her life?
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same for men because I let my hair grow.
Okay.
And a lot of people look at the lock journey as just a hair thing, and at the end of the day, it really has nothing to do with the hair.
I contemplate, but people say you too old. You keep your waves.
But the thing is, it's not. It has nothing to do with the hair. Like when women, it's more beneficial for women because when women go on a lock journey, they cut their hair off, and they got to start from because then they think they're ugly. Then that's when you learn self-love and you learn to put yourself first.
Call it the ugly stage or something like that. Yeah.
And I always kept a shortcut, and me letting my hair grow to me was my ugly phase. So once you learn to love yourself and you put more trust in yourself and you back yourself up, like it opens doors in your mind of things you can do. And that's how strong the lock journey is, man. Like that lock journey just makes you just learn yourself more. You fall in love with yourself, and that's really what it is. That's really a true lock journey.
You're forced to love what you see in the mirror.
You're forced to love what you see in the mirror, man.
Dope.
Yes, because like my sister just twisted mine. And I got a cap on because I ain't comfortable with what I see yet. Like
it's one fresh though. It look fresh though.
It's one of the things.
I didn't know you had to braid it up. Okay.
It's just one of the things where I haven't embraced it yet. But that's the lock journey.
The beauty of it though.
That's the beauty of it. The journey of it It's loving yourself, man. Like, oh man.
So it ain't even the destination. Because one day they're gonna be long or whatever, but it's the journey.
It's the journey.
You gotta find beauty in the journey.
You gotta find beauty in
even in the ugly stages.
When my aunt and them, when we used to take our vacations to Florida, I mean to Disney World. Of course, Disney World was fun. It has nothing on that 12-hour ride. Nothing.
And I was always, and a lot of times I wouldn't go to sleep for most of it because I want to see it.
And we laugh and conversation, just a family time. Disney World is the bomb, I promise you. Yeah. But it has nothing on that 12-hour ride.
Nothing on the trip, the journey. The journey. That's why people are taking long road trips because it's the journey. No matter where they end up, it's what we're going to see and do along the way.
Florida? There's so much, man, you don't even understand what you see on the way to Florida.
And stuff you can stop, like, if I'm going, because I know it's a spot in South Carolina, a little food spot right off, for y'all that don't know, off 95, I think it's exit 5 in South Carolina. Got some of the best soul food in the world. So we driving. Because I won't stop there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's a part of the journey. Stuff you can pick up along the way. Some people going to stay on the journey. Some people not.
Some people going to veer off, so.
And be okay with everybody not being able to go.
Yeah.
Less is more.
And that's where I think last year, I think that's where it took a lot of people used last year as a wake-up call in their transition. I think when people transition, people in this life don't have to transition with you to this life. And you don't have to hate them. You don't have to be mad. You don't have to end ugly. But it's just, if me and this person is partying every weekend and I want to stop because I have goals and they want to party every weekend, that's their choice.
It ain't no beef.
It ain't no beef.
Just
you can continue to party every weekend. We can still be cool. I'm just not partying with you. Why? Because I'm transitioning. You don't have to transition with me. And that's what people get mad. They're like, my friends, no. Your friends just not ready to transition. Where you going? They may get there. They may not. So if I step up to level 3, I can't get mad at you for sitting at level 2 for the next 3 years. Like when you come up here,
I don't want anybody that connected to thinking they're supposed to know my every move or my every decision. I don't need nobody that connected where they feel like our decision making is intertwined. So we party on the weekends. Like, no, not anymore. Because I'm free to make my own decisions and there's nothing against you. I would wish better for you at some point, but I don't think, because you're not wrong for staying here.
Exactly.
That's just not for me.
That's just your cup of tea.
Yeah, that's cool.
My job is to, when you're ready to come to level 3, my hand is right here to say.
But usually when they're at level 2, they'll look up like you think you all that. Like, nah, I came up here for both of us.
I came up here for
for me first. For me first.
Like,
but
when you ready,
let's go.
Let's go.
Because the partying up here gonna be a lot better.
A lot different.
Once we get to what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
The drinks and stuff up here taste better. The women look better. The food better.
Oh man.
But we gotta get up here first.
If I was to hit the lotto, I wouldn't tell nobody.
Man.
You know why? Because most of my time would be spent doing something for other people. And that people really think I be joking when I say that. Like, I'm one of the ones that if I was to hit the lotto, say for $400 million, I'm first I'm gonna hire some security, and we're gonna go to the food line. We're gonna block the door. Everybody in here, your groceries are paid for. Stuff like that.
I do that one time.
I don't need the publicity. I'm one of the ones that, of course, you're gonna get hit up all the time for money and stuff like that. But I like to go out here and find an issue. I don't want to like people begging for. I'll go out here and find an issue. Like, be in the store and talking to somebody that don't know I have money, and they're like, oh my God, this and this and this. Let me do this for you. That
I want to do it anonymously.
Yeah.
But I feel what you're saying.
I worked in Richmond. I was working at the Walmart in Richmond. Do you know a guy? Him and his wife, they both were driving Teslas. Woo!
Sweet.
Walked in, bruh. Paid everybody's layaway off before Christmas.
And nobody even knew what was probably
and
know who
like,
it was.
And they asked for his name. They wanted to take a picture. He said he don't want to do none of that.
Yeah, let me up.
He said, I'm just paying off everybody's. They was like, excuse me? He was like, everybody who has layaway in this store, I'm paying it off.
And I noticed I feel better when I just know I did it. Not when everybody, when I know I did it. I feel much better than when somebody else know I did.
And those are the true people.
I'm almost embarrassed when somebody else find. I'm like,
those are the true intention people, because I don't want you running up to me and be like, you helped 100 people on 10th Street, and I'm like, I mean,
I did, but
that ain't gonna do me, you know. So, but that's just my heart, and my son has that same thing, and that's what fears me when he goes out here. Like, he has a big heart.
But you gotta prepare him for
and I gotta prepare him. I took boxing, so I teach him boxing, and we wrestle and stuff like that. But it's like you said, it's wolves out here. Like the world
come with good intentions that you think is good intentions.
The world is mean, bro.
Rip you apart, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look back, and we can wrap it up in a minute. But I look back, like I say, just at certain situations, I'm like, man, I made it to 41.
Yeah.
When I remember this happened, or I remember this happened. Stuff that happened for me, thinking people had good intentions for me, and the whole time I was in a bad situation.
Yep.
And looking back, I'm like, that could have went bad. You know what I'm saying?
I was in a situation where the girl that I said broke my heart. She was nothing but karma walking. You know what I'm saying? My karma walking, and I mean, and I've never been one to not accept what I did. Mm-hmm. Like, I know what I did. Right. I know what I'm doing when I do it. Right. That's why I say all the time, there's no such thing as situational cheating. Because cheating is a choice. No matter the situation.
Yeah, you made a choice.
You made that choice. Yeah. But there was a woman who I hurt her. Mm-hmm. You know, and the things that happened with her pretty much was gift wrapped in this other woman. Mm. And I mean, lines that I was saying, stuff that I was doing, I'm like, like, the Lord working mysterious ways, man. That man packed a punch when he packed that one. I was like, woo. Come on, man. Yeah, he gave it back to me. Come on. he gift wrapped it into a beautiful woman and gave it back to me. Good gracious. Sheesh. I took that one on the chin though. But so I went back to this woman. Okay. And you know, I tried my best, you know. And she said, you know, you hurt me, you know, and she was like, you know, you don't get that part of me no more, you know, and I found myself asking the next woman for everything that woman was asking me for, and everything. I'm sitting here like, I'm sitting here begging for this, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, you realize.
This grass ain't greener, man. And then you go back and somebody else cutting the grass. I said,
God damn. Grass almost look nicer now. You like,
I'm over the fence like,
yeah, that's my grass.
I used to pull them hedges. I used to pull them weeds. Put my lawnmower back.
That's my water hose.
Oh man! And to this day, like every time I see her, she'll say the same thing. She'll be like, you know, she said, you're a great man. You was my great man. And she was like, but I can't force myself to give you that part of me anymore. She was like, tough. And she said, I battled with it so many times. That's tough. She was like, but I can't.
That's tough, man.
Tough, man. That's something you gotta accept, and that's why I tell people. That's why I say I know I'm not ready for a relationship, because the ties I have to certain situations, like let me clip those,
like emotionally. And
stuff like don't come in my life and be like, you need to do like they're gonna.
Because certain people you still might communicate with. It ain't even might not be on no sexual level, but it's like.
But I know I can't do that. I can't take that. I can't take that into another relationship.
But right now, you're not ready to stop.
As I end these relationships, like as I wrap these up, like let me wrap these up, because I can't get in a relationship while I'm wrapping them up. Because then once you see stuff like that, once a woman sees stuff like that, like, you still talk to your man. It's like no. You don't understand what's happening here. I'm wrapping these up. Like I'm not doing you dirty. I'm not. But I know what the optics is.
But and the crazy part is, ultimately, that's what they would want.
That's what they want. That's what they say they want.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
They
say they want you to come in with a clean slate, cut all them hoes off, cut the bitch. Well, that's what I'm doing. But I need to do that prior to you.
And so, with me, like right now, my therapy sessions, like my therapist is gutter.
I'm gonna need that.
She cuts me no slack.
I'm gonna need that.
She cuts me no slack, but like it's some sessions I go home and I don't want to go back. Like, I'm like, nah, like she not gonna make me feel like that. And then I'm like, damn, she was right though. But yo, like my therapy sessions and me like tying up loose ends, like I'm not rushing to do that. Like even though I'm doing it, that's why I say I'm being like call me selfish. That's what it is. But that's just what it is. Like I'm taking time to completely figure everything out. So my next woman
you get the best version.
What?
Clean slate, like
can get the best version of me. Can get the
baggage.
best version of me. My next woman can. Hey, who texts me? Answer them back for me.
Yeah, you can pick up my phone. Ain't no
stuff like that.
code on my phone.
Like nothing.
Ain't gonna
like
be.
Nothing.
I ain't never got to worry if you pick up my phone if I'm
like. You can't get mad at me for that. Any situation,
but they will.
Together. You can't get mad at me for that's what I want to do or that's how I want. That's how.
Ladies, y'all listening up. This is the very things y'all be saying. Well, some of y'all, not a general statement, but you say you want. You have an example here of a man that's actually taking those right steps. Clearing his closet out first, making sure I got this in order, making sure okay, I ain't still got ties with this person, even though it might not be a sexual tie with this one. The communication still. Let me make sure.
I know I can't.
Let me wrap this up.
Yeah.
Because for one, if I'm friends or I got a connection with them, and I start dating you, I don't want to abruptly cut them off because I ain't got no beef with them. I just need to get it to a point where they know this ain't every day. I got something else going on there.
Yeah.
Because if they really rock with me, they gonna respect that.
Mm-hmm.
You say you want that, but then in the process you try to speed that up and pressure. And when we do have, well, I know I've fallen for the pressure before.
Yeah.
Going back to what we said earlier, you get damaged.
Mm-hmm. You can't get mad at me for putting you first. Technically, I am putting you first. I'm putting your feelings and how this is going to turn out. Because I know me. And I know I'm not saying I'm going to do you wrong, but I know what these situations look like. Like I said, the optics.
It's confusion.
Yeah, it's confusion. So if you see it, and you're going to be like, who that? I know.
And maybe people think that's what comes with relationships. That crazy part where I got to deal through the first part of him getting rid of all these women.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I'm trying to bring you the clean slate when it's just me.
Tell him, I'm an adult now. I don't have time.
You grown, baby.
I don't have time to do this again. And I think that's the biggest thing. I don't have it in me to do it again.
Man, at 30, you saying it at 32 is
yes, I don't have it in me to do it again.
It's wise beyond your years because it just took me
like we gonna take over the world business wise and stuff like that. So I'm gonna need somebody that's gonna support, hold me down, everything, and let me clean out my closet so I can bring you aboard with no confusion.
And ultimately,
and I will hope you do the same.
I was, man, you said it. I ain't got to say it now. You just said it. Because is she gonna be on the same type of time, like making sure she got the, because she gonna want to take over the world too, whatever field she in, or want to support yours. So she gonna have her closet cleaned out and have all that out the way because she gonna be on the same mind frame. You gonna have to try to convince her.
You know, a girl told me one time. She said she feels like. She was like, I have things that happened to me in the past year and stuff like that I need to deal with. You know, even though like the relationship was flowing, like we clicked, and everything was just good. And she was like, pause. I have some things.
She already started
everything, man. I mean, it was like I let her in and everything. Like I let her in so easily. It scared me. I was like, oh nah, I liked her. Like I liked her a lot. You know, she was like. Some things happened to me in the past year and stuff like that that I have to deal with. I'm sorry. Just like that. Just like that. And I couldn't understand it. And I couldn't understand it at first. And so now I do. It's one of the things. It's like
you get it.
And as I think back on it, I was like, damn, I wasn't ready for her neither.
Man, that's a lot of honesty right there. I spoke about this when we talked about it on another one. That's a lot of self-awareness.
Yeah.
A lot of self-evaluation for you to be honest with yourself.
And when you think back on it, you be like, damn, she saved both of us because I wasn't ready for her neither. Like I still have my stuff going on. So I'm like, I wasn't even ready for her neither.
Because relationships don't have to be toxic.
Exactly.
Like you say, if you doing your work and saying, okay, let me complete me, and you're across town or wherever you at doing that, when we come together, we ain't got to damage each other.
That's it.
But I think it's become too common that people get together and think that's a part of it.
And it breaks my heart to know like the damage I've dished out. You know what I'm saying? Like it breaks my heart to know the damage I've dished out.
I literally just had a conversation with a young lady yesterday about that very thing. How I had unintentionally done something over the course of time that communicating with them would have eliminated that hurt, but I didn't do that.
We was young, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We was young.
And just yesterday, I had that conversation with her.
My mind was young. I hadn't. My mind was young, and so like to hear myself speak now. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, damn, why can't I be that man at that time? Because she was a good woman. You know, so you'd be like, damn, that girl was a good woman, but like I messed up, man. And for guys, we so quick to be like, forget it. Instead of saying, I messed up.
That's the only way I got it, especially like my first marriage. I had to own it, like, yeah, we both had issues, but that one was on me.
No, when me and AJ's mom separated, you know what the what people normally say. He cheated.
Yeah.
He cheated. Yeah. No. We had differences.
Okay.
You know, we had differences, and we talked about our differences.
Okay.
But that's not for me and her to explain to nobody. I had a bullseye on my head. I was horrible. I was a bad guy. I was all of this and
that's
all of that.
That's stuff about me.
I used to laugh because I'm like, as long as she know, I really don't care. You know?
You're fortunate to be able to have done it the way y'all did it. That's what I say on that. Everybody's not at that level of maturity to, like you say, speak about what's right, what's wrong, and make two adult decisions.
Oh no! When we first played, now it wasn't no.
Okay.
It wasn't peaches and cream.
Okay.
Like it was. But the thing about it is, even though it wasn't peaches and cream, we never lost communication.
Well, that's good.
We was always able to communicate, like that's regardless. Like, she could be mad at me, or I could be mad at her, and we was always able to communicate.
And that's important. Cause
she would text me and say, even though I don't want to talk to you today, and then she'll say what she got to say. That's just always been like when I say the communication has always been there, it's always been there, like regardless. And
that's dope. And it's important because both of y'all made just as equally is important in making that one life. That's beautiful. Well, look, man, we almost at 2 hours, and we could keep going, right. But hopefully you can come back sometime, man. You know, maybe after you hit that 10K, you can slide back through and tell us like what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because I don't personally know anybody that, I don't think I do. I got to go back through my TikTok numbers, but if I do, I haven't spoken to anybody that hit the 10,000 mark. It would be nice to know what that looks like, what type of opportunities are available, because somebody might be listening and interested in media and producing and directing and stuff, and they need to hear that from somebody that's already moving in that direction. So once again, tell them where they can find you. Give them all your socials and all that good stuff.
On TikTok, you can find me andrizeeaddison, ANDRI.
And I'm gonna have all that in the description.
ADDISON. And of course, you can find me on Facebook, Andrizeeaddison.
But you do most of your work on TikTok.
Most of my work is on TikTok. Like, everything is on TikTok. So you're not really going to see nothing else on Facebook like that. So.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure I have all
now, I love my Facebook people, but...
Yeah, you get busy on TikTok, though. That's where you never. That's where you do the numbers.
Busy on TikTok.
So I'm going to make sure I have all your info up there so people can go follow them. Go ahead and follow them. Get them to that 10,000. Look, I appreciate you coming through, man, and I hope you can come back again.
Hey, man. I thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is amazing.
Yes, sir. Look, good people. Till next time. Peace.